study room. Here we are with another chapter, another very nice poem that will leave you fascinated. So, we have done till now a lot of stories and poems. This one is another interesting one from an Indian author, Indian poet. The Last Bargain. We've heard this term bargain, right? A lot of times. We've seen our parents do that, go to the market and then say 500, no, give me 100 and everything. It's a very fun activity to do. But what this poem is about will also leave you very interesting. So let's read about the author first. Rabindranath Tagore. I'm sure you all have heard this name. He is also from Bengal. 1861 to 1941, was not just a writer, but a painter, philosopher, musician, a talented man whose museum will actually just leave you wow. His most famous work is Gitanjali, which is a collection of poems that has been translated from the original Bengali to many other languages. First Indian to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1930. So the major points about the author: Rabindranath Tagore, not just writer but a painter, philosopher, musician. Gitanjali is his collection of poems. His poems got translated in different languages. The first Indian to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. Now let's read the poem. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. It was evening. The garden hedge was all flower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into yours, and she went back alone into the dark. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I will hire you with nothing. From henceforth, the bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. So, this poem basically tells us about different instances where people try to hire him with a lot of things. The king tried to hire him with a sword. The other person tried to hire him with money. Some tried to hire him with smiles. And then a child tried to hire him with nothing, which made him a free man, which was the last bargain. The key terms, not, nothing, henceforward, from then onwards. A flower flowers in bloom. Now, explanation. The poem talks about the moral values that human beings should have when it comes to work that they do in their life. So this poem is an indirect thing about the human values that we should hold. The king is a powerful person. However, the speaker refuses because he knows that power can change hands. Because if you get power, you can become slaves. When the speaker meets the old man, it is noon and very hot. The path is crook lane and the house doors are shut. That means it's difficult time to work. So even then, when the old man, the speaker refuses. The third person the speaker meets is a fair maid. It was evening, the flowers look beautiful. The woman wants to hire him, but she cries, showing that happiness and beauty are both temporary. Finally, the speaker arrives at the beach when it is daytime, a new beginning. The child sitting there hires him with nothing, and the speaker agrees, as making a bargain tied to nothing sets him free. So who's the speaker in the poem? It's a person who's basically is a normal person like us, commoner. In the first stanza, the king sword in hand me suggests power. The old man offered the speaker, why did he turn down? Because he knew that it was hot sun and you cannot work at that time, so it will not be valued. How did the speaker feel after talking to the child? He felt free, he felt happy, he felt nice, and he felt free. Now let's do a quick revision. The speaker is looking for someone to hire him. He first turns down the king who wants to hire him with power, then turns down an old man who wants to hire him with money, turns down a woman who wants to hire him with a smile, And then he makes a bargain with a child who hires him with nothing and leaves him free. The poem thus covers the transient nature of things like power, money, beauty, or happiness, which are temporary in life. The child's bargain being nothing ensures that the man will not lose his freedom, his respect, or nothing while working. While the man wants work which ensures him an income, he's willing to uncompromise on the most important thing to him, that is freedom. So freedom is the most essential thing, to not compromise in that. That's it for today, guys. See you all again.